What if the villain from the first movie became the hero in the second? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what Don't Breathe 2 dares to explore. In this twisted sequel to the 2016 hit thriller, we return to the dark and broken world of Norman Nordstrom, the blind man with a violent past. But now he's not alone. He's raising a young girl named Phoenix, hiding from the world and from secrets that were never meant to be uncovered. This movie flips the script. It asks us a chilling question: can a monster truly change? Or do ghosts from the past always find their way back? In today's video, we'll break down the full story of Don't Breathe 2, reveal deep character secrets, and share lesser-known facts about the film's dark production and hidden symbolism. From unexpected betrayals to violent twists, this movie has it all. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see Norman in a very different light. So stay with us till the end, because this isn't just a movie review, it's a journey into fear, guilt, and the haunting cost of redemption. Welcome to Movies Review, where we dive deep into the most thrilling films out there. If you enjoy suspense, mystery, and honest reviews, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next breakdown. After the chaos of the first film, Norman Nordstrom, the blind man once feared for his violent actions, now lives a quiet, hidden life. Deep in the outskirts of Detroit, he's far from people, cities, and memories of his past crimes. But he isn't alone anymore. Living with him is a young girl named Phoenix, who he says is his daughter. They live simply. He teaches her survival skills, homeschooling her, and warning her about the dangers of the outside world. Phoenix sees Norman as her only family. They don't talk about the past. They don't talk about where she came from. It's just the two of them, in silence and secrecy. This bond looks peaceful, even loving, but something feels off. Why is Norman so protective? Why doesn't she go to school or meet other kids? The answers come later, and when they do, they change everything. Their fragile peace is shattered when a group of strangers break into their home. These aren't petty thieves, they're trained, brutal, and they're not after money, they're after Phoenix. At first, Norman defends their home with brutal force. Just like in the first movie, he becomes a killing machine, using his environment and deadly instincts to strike back. But something is different this time. One of the invaders calls Phoenix by her real name, and when they take her away, Norman realizes this isn't just another home invasion. It's a mission tied to her forgotten past. Phoenix isn't who she thought she was, and Norman's role in her life may not be heroic after all. Phoenix is taken to a new location, not to be harmed, but reunited with people claiming to be her real family. It's here that shocking truths are revealed. The woman she believed to be her mother actually died in a house fire. The man claiming to be her real father has a dark secret. He needs a heart transplant, and they plan to take Phoenix's for the surgery. The horror is deeper than she imagined. Meanwhile, Norman, wounded but relentless, tracks them down. He battles through guards and chaos in a vicious final rescue attempt. In a bloody, violent climax, he faces his past and sacrifices everything to save Phoenix. In his final breath, he reveals the truth. He's not a good man, but he did love her. Phoenix, once a girl who believed she had no choices, finds herself truly alone, but finally free. She doesn't run back to the safety of the only home she knew. She walks away, ready to create her own identity. In the last scenes, she tells someone her name. Not Phoenix, her real name. For the first time, she's not hiding. She's not being hidden. This is her rebirth, not just as a survivor, but as someone who decides who she wants to be. It's a bold, emotional ending that brings the film full circle. Norman is one of the most complex characters in modern horror. In the first film, he was terrifying, a blind man who killed without hesitation and had deep, dark secrets. In this sequel, he appears more human, more vulnerable, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. He's still brutal, still capable of shocking violence. What makes him interesting is the moral grey zone he lives in. He kidnapped Phoenix after her mother died in a fire he didn't cause. But instead of reporting it, he raised her as his own. He believed he was saving her, protecting her, giving her a better life. But was it really love or guilt? The film forces us to question whether people like Norman deserve redemption. Can someone who has done terrible things become a hero, or is he just playing the part to ease his own conscience? At the start, Phoenix is a quiet, obedient girl. She listens to Norman, trusts him, and doesn't question much. She's trained to survive, not to live freely. But as the story unfolds, Phoenix begins to sense that her life is built on lies. She learns the painful truth about her past, her family, and the man who raised her. Instead of breaking, she grows stronger. She fights, escapes, and thinks for herself. Her transformation is the heart of the movie. She goes from being a hidden child to a fierce, independent survivor. She no longer needs someone to protect her. She becomes her own protector. The villains in this story are more than just criminals. They have a personal link to Phoenix. Her biological father and his gang want to take her heart to save his own life. It's twisted, disturbing, and personal. What's terrifying is that they pretend to care about her. They act like they're doing what's right, that they deserve her sacrifice. This makes them even more dangerous than the thieves in the first film. Their evil comes from a place of false love and entitlement, not just greed. It's a reminder that sometimes the people who claim to love you can be the ones who hurt you the most. The movie constantly challenges our sense of right and wrong. Norman was a villain. He's done horrible things. But in this film, he's trying to change. He raises a child, protects her, and risks his life for her safety. But does that make him good? Or is it just redemption disguised as obsession? The story doesn't give easy answers. It shows that people are complicated. Redemption isn't always clean or complete. Norman doesn't become a hero. He dies knowing he did one good thing. That's powerful. It shows that even the worst people can have a moment of truth. But that moment doesn't erase the past. Phoenix's story is not just about escaping danger, it's about finding herself. She grows up in isolation, told who she is, what she can do, and where she can go. Her identity is shaped by lies. But when everything falls apart, she begins to make her own choices. She fights back, she learns the truth, and in the end, she claims her name, not Phoenix, but the girl she was before all this. It's a quiet but powerful moment. The film uses violence and suspense to tell a deeper story about growing up, finding your truth, and becoming who you are meant to be. Who is your real family? The people who gave you life, or the ones who stood by you? This theme runs deep in Don't Breathe 2. Norman isn't Phoenix's biological father, but he risked everything for her. Her real parents, one is dead, the other wants to use her for parts. The film asks us to think about what really makes someone a parent. Is it blood, or love, or sacrifice? In the end, Phoenix doesn't choose either. She walks her own path, but the question lingers. What kind of family shapes who we are? And can we ever truly trust the people closest to us? Many viewers praised Don't Breathe 2 for being bold and unpredictable. The action scenes are brutal and intense. Every moment feels dangerous. The film doesn't hold back. Stephen Lang's performance as Norman was especially praised. He brings emotion to a character who could have just been a killer. The visuals are also impressive. The use of shadows, silence, and sound builds strong tension throughout. The film manages to mix action, horror, and emotional drama in a way that keeps audiences engaged. Some fans even said it was better than the first one, more character-driven and meaningful. Not everyone loved this movie. Some critics said the story was too far-fetched. The idea of needing a heart transplant from a child seemed unrealistic. Others felt the film tried too hard to make Norman a hero, despite his dark past. It made viewers uncomfortable, and not in a good way. The pacing also received some criticism. Parts of the film felt slow, while others moved too fast. Some fans of the original felt disappointed that the horror aspect was replaced with more action thriller vibes. It's a movie that split audiences. Some loved the risks it took, others felt it lost what made the first film special. Don't Breathe. 2 takes a bold leap from the original, flipping the script on its villain-turned-hero and diving deep into the dark corners of redemption, survival, and twisted morality. The film's brutal action, tense atmosphere, and complex characters keep you on edge from start to finish. The relationship between Norman and Phoenix is the emotional core of the film, adding depth to the suspense and violence. However, the movie isn't without its flaws. Some plot points feel far-fetched, and the characters' motivations, especially the antagonists, sometimes stretch the limits of believability. While the action sequences are thrilling, the emotional payoff for some viewers may not fully hit the mark due to the film's unpredictable and often uncomfortable moral choices. Overall, it's a gripping, high-stakes thriller that continues to push the boundaries of the genre. But it's not a perfect sequel. It has its share of pacing issues and character development problems. It will definitely leave you thinking about the choices people make and the costs of redemption. So, should you watch Don't Breathe too? If you're a fan of the first film, or if you love intense action and psychological thrills, this is definitely worth your time. It's not for the faint of heart, and it's not your typical sequel. But for those who enjoy a story with complex characters, tense moments, and a bit of moral ambiguity, it's a must-watch. Just don't expect it to follow all the rules. This one does things its own way. If you're into twisted stories of survival and complex anti-heroes, give it a try. But if you're looking for something that sticks strictly to the horror genre, you might find it a little too action-heavy.